Hi everyone, it's your girl again, Ikekbe Mama. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to have a very interesting discussion. It's going to be about women, and it's basically talking about how to be today's stylish woman. And when I'm talking about stylish, I'm talking about how fashionable you are, your jewelries, your outfits, what it is that you wear that makes, that adorns you and makes you look, expensive and all of that. No, I'm talking about you being elegant. I'm talking about you being tasteful. I'm talking about you being refined, you being an urban woman. Basically that's what we're talking about. We understand that women are the salt of the earth, and we add the spice to the world. So if anything affects women, it means it affects the world, starting from the home and the society at large. So basically today I'm going to be talking about 12 traits that a stylish woman should have. And I think you should send this video to every woman around you. Is something they are going to pick something from. Even myself, I'm learning from this that I'm sharing today. So let's start. A woman, like I said, is the salt of the earth. Wherever she goes, she has adds this spice, into the atmosphere, into the organization she finds herself in, or in any environment that she basically finds herself in. So a woman should have this aura of being very stylish, in her appearance and in her mannerism. Don't forget that I said stylish here does not mean the quality of clothes you wear, how expensive it is, the kind of car you drive, and all of that. It's just going to it is about your mannerism and your appearance, and also the way you carry yourself in a sophisticated and a fashionable way. Yes, so let's start. Number one, there are 12 traits that I expect a woman to have. Number one, I expect that as a stylish woman, you should be feminine. And what do I mean by being feminine? A woman has the subtle, texture to herself. She has this tender, subtle feeling that comes with a woman. There's this favor, that surrounds a woman. There's this aura of favor that surrounds a woman. So you should tend to use this. So this should show in your confidence. I don't expect that when you want to talk to people, you are looking down. Look people straight into the eyes. Have this confidence around you. And don't forget, you're dressing. Don't dress like a tomboy. Yes, I understand that sometimes you want to wear a t-shirt and a jean and some sneakers, but please let this female part of you, come show forth even in your simple dressing. Dress like a woman, smell nice. You should walk into an environment, a place, and everybody's like, a woman just walked in, smell nice, smell good. Don't smell sweaty. Don't let this tenderness of how you smell be part of you. Your beauty too. There are different types of makeups you could make for different places. So don't carry on heavy makeup when you're going to the gym, you understand? And don't carry too much heavy makeup when you're just going to your place of work. So, soft pedal on your makeups when it's not necessary, but look good. You're taking the children to school, or you're just walking down the street. Please apply lip gloss. Just look good. Just have this feminine touch, this simple tenderness, and your beauty. Let it just radiate. So remember, your femininity is top notch on being a stylish woman. Second one is take care of yourselves. Here I'll talk about it in two aspects. The first one is your mental health, and the second one is your physical being, your physical self. Your mental health, please take care of it. Mind what you ponder upon. Mind the kind of people that you're allowing to your circle. What they do, the way they behave to you could affect what you think about. So remember, sieve out things you don't want to think about, and sieve out the things you want to ponder upon. And then for your physicality, which I'm going to dwell on, is remember that your body is like your suitcase. This is what covers this is what makes you. This is what covers your personality. This is what people see. So take care of your physical self. If you think you need to exercise and work on your body, please do it. Remember to eat right also. It's not about using creams. We have creams to suit our bodies. I don't subscribe for chemicals anyway. Natural things are better for me, and I'm sure will be better for you too. So it's not, but it's not about what you use on your skin, it's about what you take inside. It's because it's what you take inside that glows outside. It's the food you eat, that makes you glow, the water you drink that makes you glow. So remember, no matter how much you spend on your chemicals, if you're not eating right, you are killing yourself. So a stylish woman watches what she eats. She eats right. Fruits takes a lot of water. Takes a lot of grains, vegetables. A stylish woman takes care of herself, both mentally and physically. You should remember that if you want to be a stylish woman. And the third point is a stylish woman is modest, very modest. Modesty. Stylish women are very modest. And when I'm talking about modesty, I'm talking about being humble. They are modest. They do not brag about themselves. They do not, when you meet them for the first time, they're not the type to talk about, their achievements, educational achievements, materialistic achievements, and all that. They are very humble people. It's most of the time, it's when you get closer to them that you kind of know the kind of people they are. You kind of know the kind of pedigree they come from, kind of know the kind of status or class they come from, and stuff like that. This makes me remember many years ago. I met, I was in this small women organization, and there was this lady. She was just bragging about who she was, where she lives, her qualifications, the books she has written, and all that. And one would expect that what she was saying was going to give her this kind of respect, and people would begin to adore her, and give her this kind of class. But I could hear a little backbiting amongst women in that setting, like, who does she think she is, and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, if this lady knew that all what she was saying about herself was not really bringing respect to her, I'm sure she would have calmed down. People do not really want to know what you have. They don't want to know who you are, and who you are is by being humble. When you are humble, you take people like you want them to take you. You listen to people, you calm down. Nobody wants to know the degrees you've had or the deeds you've had. They just want to see you talk. They want to see what you have upstairs. That's what they want to see. So stylish women don't brag, they don't talk too much, please. They are humble people who make people know more about them by getting closer to them, by listening to what they have to say, not by the kind of cars they drive, or how expensive their clothes, or what place they live, their status and all that. So if you want to be a stylish woman, remember to be modest in everything. The fourth point I'll say is stand for your values. A stylish woman stands for her values. Irrespective of what anybody thinks, your value might not be another person's value, but stand for your own value. This makes me remember something that happened to me a few years ago, when I was a spinster anyway. There was this guy that I really liked, and I had friends telling me, approach him, go approach him. And I had the value of the fact that, a woman was not to, approach the man. In my own understanding, Eve was made for Adam, So Eve was brought to Adam. So it was my opinion that, it is the man that has to do the chasing. A man has to see what he wants and go after it, not me, doing the chasing. So the best I could do then was just to give a green light. And if you ask how I gave the green light, what I did was, in places where I knew that he would be there, make sure I dress well, smelled nice, mind the kind of words I say, make sure that, whatever I said did not show that I was in a relationship, because I was single. I didn't want anybody assuming. Especially him, I didn't want him assuming. So I just gave green lights. I remember then I wear fine gowns with my high heeled shoes, walking, around him, carefully taking my steps and all that, So that was the best I could do. And it also made me remember, at that time, my mom had come to meet me and tell me that, herself and his mom felt that we were a good match, that should they go ahead and match make us together. And I was like, no. And the reason why I did that was because I didn't want, if we probably had gotten married, and we had issues, I didn't want him to come and tell me stories like, or if not for my mom or your mom that might make us together, we won't be this, we won't be here. I wanted him to see me for myself, get to know me for who I am and want me. So it was just my value, not, to approach a guy and tell him about my feelings. It might be different from yours, but I stood for that value. So whatever your values are, please stand for them irrespective of what people think. You made the value for yourself. You made these values for yourself. You know the reasons why, and you know the consequences if you do not follow these values. So remember that as a stylish woman, you should have values and stand and stick by your values. The fifth point that a stylish woman should have is she should be caring. A stylish woman is caring. She's a caring woman. She gives back. She gives back to our environment, our community, the people around her, and she could do this in words, she could do this in her attitude, she could do this in cash, and she could do this in her efforts. If you're saying words, yeah, you don't have to be rich, so somebody might say, oh, this stylishness I'm talking about is for women who already have it, women who already have the cash or the money, or the pedigree, the right pedigree. No, I'm talking about you as a woman, as simple as you are as a woman. And so you could be kind in your words, you could say kind words to others, your utterances, should not be harsh, to others. You could see someone who is feeling bad and, just tell the person, oh, you look beautiful today. How can I help you? Encourage others with your words, in your attitude, should not be, demeaning other people. She right attitude. It could be a handshake or a cuddly warm. You could help others. It could be cash. You could give out material things that you have. Helping the needy, taking care of a child if you can afford it, giving to whoever it is that is in need. And it could be in efforts. Efforts could be, learning and efforts. You could assist others by helping. You could help a charity home. You could do voluntary works and all that. So let's go to the 6 points of what a stylish woman should have. Traits a stylish woman should have. She should have good mannerism. A stylish woman should have good mannerism in the sense that, when she sits, she don't sit and open her laps. Whether you're wearing skirts or trousers, sit with your laps closed or sit with your laps crossed. I find it easier to sit with my laps crossed because that way I don't put too much energy. But when I close my laps, I have to put a lot of energy to close my laps together. So, but whichever one works for you, please sit like a lady. Sit like a lady. Don't sit relaxed. No matter where you are, sit like a lady. Then don't slouch when you sit. Some people sit and bend their back like this. They sit up. Sit. Don't slouch. Sit. Sit well and sit up. Also, when you eat, have proper table etiquette. Yes, it's good to know how to use your table, your fork and knife and other cutlery on your table. It's good to do that, but it's not compulsory. Sometimes you could just want to be simple and take your fork. But remember, etiquette like when you chew. How do you chew when you are around people? Do you just chew anyhow? And food is at the edge of your mouth, saliva is at the edge of your mouth. Is food particles coming out of your mouth? Do you talk when you are eating? How is your table manners like? How do you drink water? When you are drinking water, do you make that gulping sound? Have good mannerism. Then when you stand, how do you stand? Some people stand and just stand with their legs, duck-like legs. They stand and their legs just go duck-like. Please stand well as a woman. Stand well. Don't stand on one leg and manners of knocking before you enter a room, closing the door after you. All these things are part of good manners. Be confident also. Remember, be confident when you're talking to people. Look them straight into the eyes. You don't have to look down. The thing about women that are not confident is that men tend to know this type of women and they tend to ride them. But when you show you are confident, yeah, you might be shy and all that. But I remember when we were younger, my mom always says, have good gaits, have good gaits, stand up, if you have to walk with your, heads up, don't scout, don't hide, don't, she taught us all that. And, it has become part and parcel of myself and my siblings. Let's move to the 7th point, which says, stylish women are not obsessed about good things. Yes, they love good things. They good things. Gives them kind of social class and all that, but they are not obsessed about these things. They do not allow this. Stand properly. Stand like a lady. Don't stand with your feet. Like ducked leg. Some people stand and their legs are ducked to the back like this. So do not stand like that. Stand right, stand well, stand with your heads up. Don't slouch when you. Some people, some especially tall people, when they tall ladies, when they stand, they bend their backs. Please stand confidently. You are tall. It's part of you. It's your it's your attribute. Then also remember that when you're walking, don't drag your feet. Don't let them like. So he's coming. So he's coming, because they know that when you come, you are dragging your feet. How many shoes do you have to use? Because you wear them out by dragging your feet. Please stand properly, walk well. When you should come into a place, and it's until you open the door that people should know that, oh, you are in this place. Knocking before you enter a room, closing the door after you, all these things are part of good manners. Be confident also. Remember, be confident when you're talking to people. Look them straight into the eyes. You don't have to look down. The thing about women that are not confident is that men tend to know this type of women, and they tend to ride them. But when you show you are confident, yeah, you might be shy and all that, but I remember when we were younger, my mom always says, have good gaits. Have good gaits. Stand up. If you have to walk with your heads up. Don't scout, don't hide, don't. She taught us all that, and it has become part and parcel of myself and my siblings. Let's move to the 7th point, which says stylish women are not obsessed about good things. Yes, they love good things. They good things. Gives them kind of social class and all that, but they are not obsessed about these things. They do not allow these things to control their lives. They don't get so obsessed with the fact that they can't live without these things. If they don't have these things, they are not who they are. No, they are not controlled by them. These things don't rule their lives. They are not desperate for these things. If they have it, good. If they don't have it, good. What they are more concerned about, stylish women are more concerned about the fact that it is their value that makes them who they are. It is their mannerism that makes them stylish, not what they have, not how much their clothes cost, or the kind of cars they are using, or the kind of phones they are using. No, those things are materialistic things. The things that stylish women are concerned with is, the things that have to do with themselves, their values, their character, their mannerisms. So you should remember that. Then we move to the 8th point, which is the stylish women celebrate their personality type. Do you know your personality type? Do you know there are 4 personalities? We have sanguine, the choleric, the melancholy, and the phlegmatic. Do you know who you are? I would encourage that you read, you get books about that, read, know your strengths and your weaknesses. There is no perfect personality. Remember, I am a choleric. There is no perfect personality. Don't allow anyone to make you feel inferior about your personality type. In every personality, there are the strengths and there are the weaknesses. So know your strength, know your weaknesses, and work on yourself. So that way, celebrate your personality type, celebrate yourself. You know your strength, you know where your strength lies. Celebrate yourself. You are you. You can't change who you are. You are you. You can only work on yourself. So that being said, I'll move to the other traits that makes you a stylish woman. Respecting others. Stylish women respect others, irrespective of their class, their status, their pedigree. They respect others. They want to treat others the way they will be treated. So irrespective of their class or their pedigree, they respect others. They remember that, they themselves, if at all, they are in a higher pedigree, they remember that they themselves started from somewhere. So they will not look down on others. They also understand the fact that it's not everybody that chooses to live, an extravagant life. Some people can afford it, but they decide to live simple lives. So they know that, and for that reason, they do not look down on people. They respect their views. They respect their views. They are humble. They are not judgmental. They understand the different classes, like I said, of people, and they understand that some people just want simple lives. They don't want to live extravagantly. They want to use simple cars. They want to live in a very simple house. They prefer to use their money, to cater for other people. They understand these things, and for these reasons, they treat others with respect, because they also want to be treated with respect. The 10th reason or the 10th trait to be a stylish woman is to have a positive attitude towards others. What do I mean by positive attitudes? They understand that they do not harbor jealousy, because they understand that jealousy breeds mean words, bullying, and aggression towards others. And these people don't want to be seen in having arguments and having dramas outside and all of that. So what they do is that, yes, sometimes they know that it's inevitable, not to be jealous of people, but they understand that there are two classes of jealousy. There is the positive jealousy and there is the negative or malicious jealousy. So they understand that, a friend of theirs could have, probably gotten a new position, and, they are, as they like this thing that their friend has achieved. They like this position that she has just gotten, and they aspire to be like this friend. Oh, for my friend to get this thing, it means if I work harder I can get it. That's a positive jealousy. But negative jealousy is when she gets this position, you go about backbiting about her. Oh, she must have slept around to get this. How did she do it? If not because she and her boss have one or two things together. All those things are negative jealousy. So, but sometimes when they find themselves, harboring jealousy, they call themselves to book. They sit themselves down. That stylish women sit themselves down and ask questions. Oh, why am I thinking this way? My friend really worked out for this, and I know this. I'm happy for her, but why am I should be happy for my friend instead of being jealous for my friend. So they call themselves, to questioning, and they correct themselves. They checkmate themselves before it gets to very negative jealousy, when they begin to keep malice and all of that. So remember, the stylish women know that there are two types of jealousy: the good jealousy and the bad jealousy, the malicious jealousy. So, and they work on it. So invariably, they have positive attitude towards others. They are happy for other people's achievements. They don't talk ill about people. They don't look down on other people. If they have to talk about you, they say it to your face and tell you what it is that you have done for your corrections. And mind you, they mind their words. They're getting there. So the 11th point is they communicate well with others. Yes, they do mind their words, use their words carefully, because they understand that words are like eggs. Once you say the words, it's like an egg that gets broken. You can't pick the words again. So what they do here is they mind the choice of their words, their attitude when talking. They listen more. They don't jump into conclusions, and they understand that it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry, but they pick their drama. So because they pick their words, they're careful about what to say. So sometimes they know that they are really upset. They know that, oh, this is not the right time to react. So sometimes they react through silence. Sometimes they react by staying away from drama, cutting that friend off. You understand? And basically, it's about, not saying vulgar words. They understand that no matter how angry they are, the person, the individual is not the problem. It is the issue that is the problem. So you don't find them getting angry over an issue and insulting the personality, behind the statement. So you don't find them use vulgar words like "you're mad," "are you crazy?" You don't find them using words like that. They say the right words to convey their feelings. They take control of their emotions, and watch the kind of words that they utter. So they understand. They also understand that the issue is the problem, not the personality behind the issue. So you don't find them insulting the personality behind, but finding a solution to the issue behind the problem. So in this way, you find them saying things like "I'm sorry," or you find them being quiet and very silent, and sometimes you even find them staying away from people who often provoke them. People that are drama crazy. There's some people you meet that they don't mind, can remove their clothes and fight in public. They can insult you in public. They are ready to fight. You find people like that staying away. Elegant women staying away from drama. So another trait, or should I say the last trait of being an elegant or stylish woman, is stylish women know that they have emotions. They know there's absolutely nothing wrong about having emotions, but they work on their emotions. They understand that life throws lemons at us. Life throws lemons at us, and sometimes these lemons determines the way we react. So sometimes, like recently I was faced with something that I really didn't like, and I was almost making decisions based on that. I had to call myself to order and saying, oh, this is not me, this is not the kind of person I am. I shouldn't allow what has happened to me, the experiences that I had from this thing, to change who I am, what my values are. So elegant women or stylish women understand that they can control their emotions. Life will throw lemons at you, but you shouldn't allow these bitter times to determine the person you are, and be ready. They understand that they have to work on their emotions. They reflect, they call themselves to order, they forgive themselves. Yes, sometimes, as no matter how sophisticated you are, no matter how stylish you are, sometimes you could just go nuts and awry, so they forgive themselves and give themselves a better chance at working on that situation, so that when they are faced with such situations again, they would behave better. So, come to the end of today's topic about today's stylish woman. I hope you've learned something about how to be stylish, how to be elegant, how to be graceful as a woman. Remember, it's not the materialistic things that surrounds you. It's about you, yourself, your personality, your values, who you are as an individual, that makes you sophisticated, that makes you elegant, that makes you stylish. Okay, so till next time I come your way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Send out to your friends and your family. Ciao. Bye.